he's still out there. That's the thought that kept nagging at me ever since he attacked me. He's out there somewhere, searching for his next victim, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. I knew then, as I know now, that he had to be stopped. And I knew that I was the only one who could stop him. I started my investigation where it all began, Jackson, Tennessee. I figured that since I stabbed who I now call the comedy killer in the stomach, he would have gone back home and checked himself into a hospital before he died of blood loss. The distance between Jackson and Blytheville by foot is approximately 156.5 miles, or 51 hours of traveling. So he must have hitchhiked, or worse, stole someone's car to get to Jackson faster. When I arrived in Jackson, I went to the closest hospital. I brought my composite sketch of the killer with me, and I showed it to the receptionist at the front desk and asked if anyone who looked like the drawing had checked in. She said yes. He checked into the hospital a week ago, she said, under the name of Charlie McClellan. He used my name to keep his identity a secret. Clever. I further asked if he was still there, but to my chagrin, he wasn't. He checked out an hour before I arrived. Crap. He could be anywhere by now. Disappointed, I headed for home, but first stopped at a gas station to fill up. Almighty. What the... I knew I'd find you here. It's just like you serial killers to return to your roots. I guess killing Miles Hooper, Tina Rhodes, Kate Bolton, Michael Ross, Benjamin Woods, and Tina Rose wasn't enough for you, was it? Well, that's right. You killed Daryl Forbes, too, didn't you? And that young couple from Blytheville, didn't you? Now, about that young couple. James and Emily Smith, I believe they were called. I saw their murders on the news. When I heard that they were murdered in cold blood, I knew for a fact it was you. And who said James was stabbed in the throat, Emily in the mouth. About them, let me try and go over how that situation might have went. So, let's go back to when I stabbed you in the stomach 2 weeks ago. You collapse onto the floor, and I leave the room, call 911. And you're seemingly unconscious. But you weren't unconscious. You were just waiting. Waiting for the perfect moment to escape. You get up, you pick up your balaclava and your mask. You're all quiet as a mouse like. You creep down the stairs and ran like the coward you are. Now, you run for a good while. But you're losing blood. You've got to make it to the nearest hospital. And fast. As you're going down the road, you see a car drive up. Now, a young couple is driving that car. And which happened to be James and Emily Smith. You stop them in the road, and you usher James out of the car. And when you take him out of the car, you immediately stab him in the throat. Now, Emily, James's poor wife sees her husband getting murdered, and she screams bloody murder. And she runs for dear life. But you catch up to her. You catch her, and as she screams in your face, you stab her in the frickin' throat, you sorry sack of crap! And then you take their car and drive to the nearest hospital. You drive back to Jackson. And you drive there and you check yourself into the hospital. And you check in under the name of Charlie McClellan. But then you leave the car there so as not to be caught.
out with the car. Because the story has made the news everywhere. And then, that brings us back to now. How am I sounding, you sorry excuse for a human being? How am I doing so far? You sorry excuse for a human being?
Hey, Megan. What do you want right now? I'm kind of in the middle of something. You gotta be kidding me. What do you mean, it's mine? What do you mean, there's something wrong with the baby? Don't you have like a new boyfriend or fiance or something that can go to the hospital instead of me? Fine, I'll be there as soon as I can.